Attorney Seaver not only answered calls or immediately if we called the office during business hours, but gave us his personal cell phone number, called us on the weekends, on Friday night, clearly in the car driving to see another client, would call us and talk us through everything, but also check in and see how we're doing, how we're feeling. Let us just vent on the phone, not just, it wasn't always just like calls about like, here are the next steps. It was personal to us and really helped us kind of let out some of how we were feeling about the situation, but also helped us plan and prepare for what to expect next. DCF first showed up to the house, it was completely unannounced. Obviously, we weren't expecting them to just show up to the house. And so thankfully, we were able to call Attorney Seaver right away, answered the phone, and stayed on the phone with us the entire time DCF was here. The social worker was here. It was hours, and he was just on the phone the entire time, interjected as needed. But that was so important because I think, when you see DCF walking up to the door, you're just, you're like a deer in the headlights. You don't know what to do. You're scared. And so to have Attorney Seaver, to be able to call him and have him on the phone the entire time, it was so reassuring to know that we had someone on our side, because it just felt like DCF was not there to help us. When she found out we had Attorney Seaver on the phone, we could see it in her face. We could see it in her attitude, and she just completely shifted her approach. And it was no longer this like stern, I'm going to take your children if you don't cooperate. It was all of a sudden, all right, let's see what we can work out. And I want to work with you. When she found out we had Attorney Seaver on the phone, she completely shifted her approach, and it was no longer this like tough guy attitude. It was more accommodating, I will say. We followed Attorney Seaver's full defense protocol, against DCF, and did what DCF asked us to do. We cooperated while also making sure to follow Attorney Seaver's advice, and his plan was in place. And in the end, the investigation was closed out unsupported. There was no case opened against us. We unfortunately had to go through the holidays not really knowing for sure if the investigation was going to be closed unsupported, which was really unfortunate, to have to do that. But ultimately the investigation was closed out unsupported, and we were driving in the car with our children, and we both it's like this huge weight was lifted off of our shoulders, and I started crying because I think we knew that this was going to be the outcome, because in our minds, there's no other way there could be any other outcome to this. But to finally see it written out was just a huge relief.